landed a lead role. The Lord let me have a lead role in a movie called Blues in the Night.
Oh, okay.
And He let me have a lead role in an industrial film called General Hospitality.
Okay.
And I was so elated about those lead roles.
I know you
what
were.
to do.
Yes.
And then I traveled, and I had the blessing of traveling with a theater group, a theater troupe, for about almost a year in Dallas, Texas, under the directorship of Curtis King. And that was a wonderful experience. I had a lead role. I sang, I danced. I also had a speaking part that was just absolutely awesome in that production. And we traveled it throughout the state of Texas.
Okay.
And after the 4 years, I had a craving to come back to Memphis. And so the Lord sent me back here after that wilderness experience, and I went to the Barbizon School of Modeling. And I thought that the Barbizon School of Modeling was the answer to the dream that the Lord had given me. He told me that I would own a modeling studio.
Okay.
And He put in my heart that I would own a movie production company.
Okay.
And when I got to Barbizon, I thought that's the modeling studio. Oh, this is the modeling studio the Lord has promised.
Okay.
And when I got there, the school was for sale, and I thought, sure, that this is it. And through a betrayal of an employee who lied to me, to the owner, who lied about me, to the owners, they refused to sell the school to me.
So that seemed bad really turned out to be good.
That was the Lord's way of getting me out of there. And I thought, oh, how cruel. I said, Lord, why did you allow this to happen to me?
Okay.
But all things work together for our good. It wasn't time.
Okay.
That wasn't the school that the Lord had promised me. The Lord says, He wants to tell us, I have something better for you. This isn't it. But He had to peel my hands from around that school because I was holding on to it. And I was telling Him, you got to send me back there, and I'm going to give you 6 weeks. I was giving the Lord an ultimatum. Lord, I'm giving you 6 weeks to send me back.
Okay.
That's the school that you promised me.
Okay.
But then I realized after 6 weeks passed, 6 months passed, a year passed, 2 years passed, that I had not returned to the Barbizon school. So I knew that wasn't it.
Okay. Now, can you tell me a little bit about your upcoming film production? Where you are now?
All right.
Okay.
Well, the Lord let me here. I'm here with 1,500 square feet of space.
Okay.
And I started out with 500 square feet of space over on Cleveland. Well, I really started after Barbizon. I taught at the University of Memphis. I taught film acting.
Okay.
And then I taught modeling at Shelby State.
Okay.
And after that, the Lord led me to a location.
Okay.
And the dream was beginning to become fulfilled.
Okay.
So through an acquaintance, I rented 500 square feet of space over on Cleveland Street.
How wonderful.
And God, He was finally beginning to allow the dream to come to pass.
Okay.
And I was there for 6 months, and then after 6 months, He led me here. And this is 1,500 square feet of space.
Okay. Now you have 2 upcoming film features, as I said.
Yes.
And one is Down in Soul City.
Yes.
And the other one is Take Me Back to Bill.
Exactly.
Okay, can we, and later on in the show, we're going to introduce some of your cast members that are in Down in Soul City and Take Me Back to Bill. Now, Down in Soul City will be coming up soon on film in October.
Yes, we've already premiered it at the Malco in Overton Square. We premiered it in July.
Okay.
And we were not satisfied with it, so we're in the process of re-editing it.
Okay.
And we're going to bring it back up
at
the Malco in Collierville.
Okay. And Take Me Back to Bill is an upcoming feature you're working on now.
We've been working on for a long time. It's sort of like a long pre-production.
Okay.
Yes, and we're rehearsing it. We rehearse it every Friday night here at the studio.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm not going to take up too much more time because we do want to interview your cast, but it has been a pleasure interviewing you.
Thank you.
It has been such a joyful experience of listening to your ministry and how God led you to this beautiful studio, to this beautiful acting career, and it has to do with you sending the word out to God, So we will be getting with your cast members in a minute.
Who are my students?
Who are your students?
Who are my students at the Academy.
Okay, okay, that's wonderful.
All the movies are reserved for my students.
Okay, okay. And what about, briefly tell me a little bit about Take Me Back to Bill.
Take Me Back to Bill is a feature film that we've been working on for about a year, and it is about the blues and jazz history of Beale Street, but it is intermingled with the gospel of Jesus Christ, and it covers Beale Street's history from 1901 to the year 2000.
Okay, okay. Now, there we have it, and we'll be back in a moment with the cast members and also a skit from Take Me Back to Beale. Thank you very much. We'll be back in a moment.